The next presentation is going to give a brief insight into different management styles that are practiced by the most successful entrepreneurs. The study, based on the findings from 27 countries, has been compiled by Professor Ruth Alas and Mr. Tiit Elenurm from Estonian Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to welcome Tiit Elenurm.
Thank you. Actually, when I came to this conference, I thought, it would be a great conference. I could be in the role of second contributing author, and I don't need to make any presentation, but unfortunately, Professor Ruth Alas is ill, so I tried to carry on this presentation part. As you see, we also have co-authors from USA. These were people actually who developed this research design, the research design called eWorld. But eWorld doesn't need internet-based entrepreneurship, but in this case it means study of characteristics and characteristics assigned to successful entrepreneurs by people in 27 different countries. So we didn't really study what the entrepreneurs are, we studied what's the social and public perception about features of successful entrepreneurs. So we combined these research results with something which is coined by EUAS, which has been used already for several years, typology of management styles. So we tried to link results of this eWorld to management styles concepts of EUAS. We could discuss, if we would have more time, what well-managed organizations are and what's the role of entrepreneurship in well-managed organizations. You can see here some features: effective, efficient. We should see these features both on short-term and long-term. And there are some functional skills, what are needed to be efficient and effective. And there are also other types of features which are related to systematic approach to business opportunities. And you should also be administrator, especially if your company, which was a small entrepreneurial one, will grow. And also you should be indeed proactive, especially if you see some kind of blue oceans, unidentified new business opportunity. And there are fields where, as we pointed out already when we discussed the previous earlier presentation, if we think about organic growth, we have to integrate, especially we have to integrate different elements of innovation ecosystem in modern world. So maybe this logic somehow explains why this typology of EUAS, although it was not explicitly about entrepreneurship, why it was a good idea to link it to our eWorld study. So in this typology, there are some features which are related to being a producer. I don't go, because of limited time, I don't go through them in more detail, but these are the main producer related features. We have administrator related features which are also essential in dealing with bureaucracy, as we understand. And especially in growing organization, you can't avoid some administrative qualities. And then in EUAS approach, there are entrepreneurial features which are related to understanding new business opportunities, having a vision, being very creative, out-of-box thinker. And final integrator, it's about teamwork, it's about creating a good climate in a team and related skills. So when we discuss these issues, Odysseus also points out who are the mismanagers, which are, or who are real leaders. But it was a brief overview and reminder about Odysseus' approach, what we combined with our project, which was conducted in cooperation with EUAS partners. And this EUAS partner cooperation project, it was quite a comprehensive research. There were first focus groups. These focus groups helped to specify 115 characteristics and which can be assigned to successful entrepreneurs. As you understand, this survey, what was the next stage in 27 countries, it was quite long to fill in. And which countries were involved, you see in this green, not green, but red areas. These were the countries which were involved in research, not so much about Africa, for instance. And we found out some features which were universally considered to be positive, contributing to successful entrepreneurship, opportunity awareness, innovative. No, actually, it's nothing new, because in majority of entrepreneurship studies, opportunity identification is considered to be really like key to successful entrepreneurship, at least to innovative entrepreneurship. There is some other list, being positive, being resourceful, being trustworthy, and finally we can see some negative things, being loner, avoiding negatives, being arrogant, non-delegator. So that's the general picture if we take all countries together. But now what was the really interesting thing, which was linked to, or is linked to culture. And you can see we use some statistical analysis to see what are the similarities of between countries. And here, I'm sorry to say, but the most similar country to Estonia, by popular view of features which can be assigned to successful entrepreneurs, most similar country to Estonia is Romania. And then we can find some other Baltic countries and also Russia, and then next level in this dendrogram leads us to Anglo-American countries, as England, Australia, and such countries. And well, Sweden, which was the Nordic country involved in the survey, is quite far away in this dendrogram. So I have to speed up because Professor Ruth Alas had made very good preparation and the number of slides is quite high. So I maybe have to skip some slides where really these different regions were compared from the point of view of leadership styles. So what we did, we tried to use the typology of Odysseus in such a way that this 115 characteristics of entrepreneurs were divided between leadership styles, these 4 leadership styles explained by Odysseus. So indeed there can be a very long dispute, was this perfect, this division, but we tried to make such a specification. And we got some profiles. We can see that different regions, Eastern Europe, Latin America, they are different. So, but again, I think in the final paper that will be presented in much more clear way. But now, just coming to final 2 minutes, this entrepreneurship features by Odysseus, if we use our survey features and link it to being entrepreneur in the terms of Odysseus' approach, then we see that Estonia is somewhere in between together with Romania. Then if we take another look, we see producer approach. Surprisingly enough, that is not considered to be so important. So popular view is not that Estonian entrepreneurs are hard-working. That's not popular view. I am not saying that they are not hard-working, but that's not popular view. Then if we take administrative things, there again we are just in this ranking, we are somewhere in between. And if we take the integration role, again, a bit surprisingly, we are even by perception of people, these are really good in entrepreneurship. They seem to be a bit team players. And that's view in Estonia is even more popular than in some other countries such as Ireland or New Zealand or Latin American countries. So it was a bit surprise, at least for me, and it assumes some further studies. So maybe I skip these slides which give very specific country level information because it would be quite difficult to explain it in short time. But now the main conclusions. One conclusion is that, which is quite logical and in line with many earlier studies, that if we take our research of 115 features, people generally think that entrepreneurial style features are most essential for successful entrepreneurs. But then next comes integrator. We see in many countries in this century, people want integrator and they see a good entrepreneur as team player. So it is also a bit in line with this co-creative entrepreneurial orientation what Tiit Elenurm presented in her presentation. And these who are pure administrators are considered to be the least successful entrepreneurs. That's the general picture. But we can see that there are country clusters. So entrepreneurial management style is very much stressed in Arab countries and in Latin American countries. By the way, by Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, Latin American countries are also very high in early stage entrepreneurship. But it means it's not so much opportunity-based, it's necessity-based entrepreneurship. I go to Peru in January to find out more about this. And again, a bit tricky thing, integrated manager is most valued in USA. And well, we know that Americans are great individualists, but maybe they have had so long mentoring and management education and OD programs and team building that they have been re-educated, or at least people think that they have been re-educated. So that would be my final point.
Thank you very much. It was definitely something worth investigating. I think you all agree that we had too little time to really concentrate on the topic. By the way, where can we find this? If I want, for example, to find out about the whole study.
If you want to find out about the study based on eWorld, this 115 features and comparison between Estonia and USA, you can find it as published in Baltic Journal of Management. It's not Journal of Baltic Studies. I mean, not this one which is published in Lithuania, but the one what is published in USA, Journal of Baltic Studies. But this combination of ADISAS and eWorld survey, it's still work in process. So I hope that we will finalize it also for this conference papers.
Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. I have one question about results. I mentioned that Estonia, the nearest countries for Estonia were Romania and Russia, I think, yeah? It seems quite logic. But I mentioned that the extreme far country was Bulgaria. and how you can explain it?
Yeah, it's a good question because evidently we have now to turn these detailed pictures to find out about Bulgaria. If we have this here, because no, these are broad groups, you see, and no Bulgaria separately. Yeah, you can see in Bulgaria, people didn't see that you have to be very strong in tracing entrepreneurial opportunities to be a good entrepreneur. Maybe they had some other features, having good friends and a good community. Maybe such thinking that in Estonia we think we have to find some new opportunities to be innovative and find the blue ocean options, but they maybe thinks that plums can be sold everywhere. You just have to work a bit hard and do such things. So here, by the way, actually not to work hard, as you see. But I will stress, it is really not, we did measure what entrepreneurs are. We got attitudes about successful entrepreneurs in corresponding country. But it's also important because it gives some benchmark, it gives some role models, and actually, who knows, are entrepreneurs actually working hard? There can be different interpretations what means working hard.
Thank you. So I'm sorry, but there's no more time for questions, so let's proceed to the next presentation.
Thank you.